Hi folks, welcome to my channel. Today's topic is trigeminal nerve. Let us welcome to readers, scholars beyond just books. Today we are diving deep into the trigeminal nerve, the fifth and largest cranial nerve. Whether you are preparing for your dental exams or reviewing clinical anatomy, this 5-minute breakdown will crystallize your understanding. Let's begin. The trigeminal nerve, cranial nerve 5, is a mixed nerve with both sensory and motor functions. It emerges from the lateral pons and has three major divisions: ophthalmic, maxillary, and mandibular. This is why it's called trigeminal, meaning three twins. The sensory component is massive. It provides general sensation to the entire face, anterior two-thirds of the scalp, nasal and oral cavities, paranasal sinuses, and the dura mater. The motor component is smaller but crucial. It innervates the muscles of mastication. Understanding this nerve is essential for dentistry as two of its three divisions directly relate to dental anesthesia and pathology. Let's trace its journey. The trigeminal nerve has a sensory root and a smaller motor root. Both emerge from the pons at the cerebello-pontine angle. The sensory root expands to form the trigeminal ganglion, also called the semilunar or gastrial ganglion, which sits in Meckel's cave on the petrous temporal bone. From this ganglion, three divisions branch forward. The ophthalmic nerve B1 exits through the superior orbital fissure. The maxillary nerve B2 exits through the foramen rotundum. The mandibular nerve B3 exits through the foramen ovale and is the only division carrying motor fibers. This anatomical arrangement is clinically significant. Pathology at the ganglion affects all three divisions while peripheral lesion affects individual branches. Ophthalmic division. The ophthalmic division B1 is purely sensory. It divides into three branches: frontal, nasociliary, and lacrimal. The frontal nerve is the largest branch, giving off the supratrochlear and supraorbital nerves that supply the forehead and anterior scalp. The nasociliary nerve provides sensation to the ethmoidal sinuses, nasal cavity, and gives off the infratrochlear and anterior ethmoidal branches. It also carries parasympathetic fibers to the ciliary ganglion. The lacrimal nerve supplies this lacrimal gland and lateral upper eyelid. Clinically, herpes zoster ophthalmicus affects this division, causing painful vesicular eruptions in its distribution. Maxillary division. The maxillary division B2 is also purely sensory and is critically important for dental practice. After exiting the foramen rotundum, it enters the pterygopalatine fossa where it gives off several branches. The infraorbital nerve continues forward through the inferior orbital fissure, travels in the inferior orbital or infraorbital groove and canal, and emerges at the infraorbital foramen to supply the lower eyelid, lateral nose, and upper lip. The superior alveolar nerves are essential for dentistry. The posterior superior alveolar nerve supplies the maxillary molars and buccal gingiva. The middle superior alveolar nerve, when present, supplies the premolars. The anterior superior alveolar nerve supplies the incisor and canines. Together, these forms the superior dental plexus within the maxillary bone. The zygomatic and palatine branches complete the maxillary division distributions. Maxillary nerve blocks are fundamental for dental anesthesia in the upper arch. Let us understand the mandibular division. The mandibular division V3 is the largest division and the only one carrying motor fibers. After exiting the foramen ovale, it immediately divides into anterior and posterior trunks. The anterior trunk is mainly motor, supplying the muscles of mastication, masseter temporalis, and medial and lateral pterygoids. It also supplies the tensor palatine, tensor tympani, mylohyoid, and anterior belly of the digastric. The posterior trunk is mainly sensory. The inferior alveolar nerve is the most important branch for dentistry. It enters the mandibular foramen, travels through the mandibular canal, giving off branches to all mandibular teeth and labial gingiva. Then exits as the mental nerve at the mental foramen to supply the lower lip and chin. The lingual nerve provides general sensation to the anterior two-thirds of the tongue. and floor of the mouth. It's joined by the chorda tympani taste fibers from the facial nerve. The auricular temporal nerve supplies the temporal region, TMJ, and external ear. The inferior alveolar nerve block is one of the most commonly performed dental procedures. Let us understand the clinical significance. Trigeminal neuralgia causes severe stabbing facial pain in the nerve's distribution. Dental infections can mimic trigeminal pathology, nerve damage during surgery, especially the lingual and inferior alveolar nerves, leads to sensory deficits. Understanding the trigeminal anatomy ensures safe, effective clinical practice. That's the trigeminal nerve explained. Three divisions, extensive sensory coverage, motor control of mastication, and immense clinical relevance. This is Richly Scholars Beyond Just Books. Keep learning, keep growing. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.